which is ito, S1. And then ito, yung diameter ng DB1. And this is the area of steel for every meter strip. Ngayon, punta tayo ngayon sa general equations, ano? So, after getting the R sub U, kukunin natin ngayon yung required rho, which is equal to 0.85 F prime C all over Fy times so forth and so on. Minus 1 minus 2 RU divided by 0.85 F prime C. However, meron tayong, i-compare natin to sa rho minimum na 0.0051. Yan. So, mapapansin mo na ang required rho is less than rho minimum. Kaya magre-recompute tayo ngayon. So, yung recomputed rho is 4/3 of required rho. Tsaka rho minimum, no? Ngayon, 4/3 of required rho is 0.0019. Mas mataas pa rin itong si rho minimum. Kaya ang mag-govern is itong si rho minimum. Kaya meron tayo dito na use recomputed or use required rho na 0.00507. Kaya ito ang i-compare natin kay actual steel ratio rho. Okay? Ngayon, si actual steel ratio rho is equal to AS all over BD. Yan. So, AS, which is yung na-compute natin kanina, divided by B na 1,000, ayan, times D na 417.5 mm. And that is your actual steel ratio rho. So, if your rho is greater than required rho, then okay, and then your rho max should be greater than your actual rho. So, dapat masatisfy yung dalawang conditions na yan. Okay, so palapasin ko lang itong si design of L-shape retaining wall. So, yung general equations niya, ayan. So, R sub U, rho min, rho required. If rho min is greater than rho required, then recompute your rho required, which is this, the maximum of rho min and 4/3 of rho required. And then, i-compare natin siya kay actual steel ratio. Rho should be greater than the rho required and rho max should be greater than rho. Okay, so after that, let's check the development length. Okay, sa check development length, ito yung actual development length. LD is capital C minus clear cover. Ngayon, ang kinukuha natin ay yung development length dito sa baba. Kasi yung bakal nung cantilever beam, syempre naka-extend yan dito sa baba, no? And ito ang kukunin natin critical na development length, which is C minus clear cover na 70 mm. Dahil yan yung nakalagay dito, no? And then, if mag-fail yung yung development length, then mag-provide ka ng hook. Kung mag-fail pa rin yung hook, then mag-provide ka ng extension. And then, your actual development length should be greater than or equal to the required LD. Okay, so punta tayo ngayon sa pattern ng L-shape, which is, ito, required LD is the maximum of so forth and so on. So, let's check dito. So, ang required LD, ayan. Okay. So, meron tayong 0.02 times pi dB square Fy divided by 4 times square root of f prime c, and then 0.06 dby1 fy, tapos 300, tsaka fy times dby1 divided by 2.1 times so forth and so on. Ayan, f prime c. Okay? However, meron tayong condition dito sa 2.1, ano? Pwede mong palitan yan ng 1.7. So, dito sa pattern, ayan, hindi ko na in-extend pa yung mga equations, ano? For example, kapag nag-fail yung development length, lagyan mo ng hook, o kaya lagyan mo ng extension, ganyan, or diretso mo na doon sa buong base. Yan yung mga possible remedies para pumasa yung development length. Kaya nandito tayo na comment, which is nag-fail yung required, ay yung actual, ano, mas malaki sa required, kaya naglagay tayo ng comment, increase development length or extend to base. Next is check for shear. So dito sa check for shear, kailangan natin yung lateral forces. No? Kapag sinabing lateral forces, ito yung magtutulak dun sa retaining wall, which includes P1, P2, kung meron kang surcharge, pwede rin yun. Kung meron kang pore water pressure or saturated sand, isasali mo pa rin yun. Okay, and then you have to multiply it by 1.6. Again, ito yung kumbaga parang ultimate niya. Okay, so times 1.6 times P1 plus 1.6 times P2. And then compute natin yung allowable shear stress, small dc. And this is taken from these equations. Ayan o. 0.33 times square root of f prime c. And then 0.17, so forth and so on. Tapos 0.083, so forth and so on. And then, ang capacity reduction factor phi is 0.75. Tapos, this is constant na 30. Kinonsider natin siya na edge. And then, ang perimeter or shear perimeter is meter strip, which is 1,000. Next, how do we compute your allowable shear force, PVC? So, you just multiply yung meter strip na 1,000 with the effective depth D, and that is your allowable. Okay, so ito yun. 0.75 times BC times 1,000 times D divided by 1,000 para maging kilonewton. After that, i-check na natin yung temperature and shrinkage bars. Okay, so dito na tayo, no? Design of temperature and shrinkage bars. So let's start with front face horizontal TNS bars. So nasan yan? It is your DBY2. Ayan. Front face horizontal temperature and shrinkage bars. Take note na ang reinforcing steel bars natin dito ay isa lang, yung vertical bars at the stem face, which is DB1. The rest is temperature and shrinkage bars na. Okay, so eto siya. The required AS is 2/3 times 0.0025 times HB. Yan. So, ito ang H, tapos kinonsider natin yung bigger base, which is this, ano? Ayan o. 2/3, ayun, 2 divided by 3 times 0.0025 times H times B. Ngayon yung B8 tsaka yung B9, yan yung H and B. Tapos, i-compare natin siya sa spacing. Ngayon, kailangan nating makompute yung maximum spacing. At isa sa mga equations para makuha yung maximum spacing ay yung AS required, which is on this equation. So for maximum spacing, you have 4 conditions. 450, ayan, H pi dB2 square divided by AS required. Tapos 2B and this equation. So yan yung maximum S. Your maximum S should be greater than S1. Ibig sabihin yung S1 natin, hindi siya mas malaki dito sa maximum S. Okay, so ito yun. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 equations. 1, 2, 3, 4 equations. And then itong S2, nakalink siya dito. Front face horizontal reinforcement. Next is punta na tayo ngayon dito sa back face horizontal TNS bars. And this involves now DBY3 S tsaka S3. So, meron same procedure. Kailangan mo pa rin yung S-max. But this time, ang AS required natin is 1/3 of 0.0025 HB, and then you get the maximum S. Pero, ang i-consider mo dito ngayon ay DB3. Okay? And then you compare this with S3. So, mapapansin nyo na dito sa front face 2/3, and then sa back face 1/3 siya, no? Yan. So ibig sabihin, nagtutulungan silang dalawa para sa temperature and shrinkage. And last, for the temperature and shrinkage bars, this includes DBY4. Meron din tayong AS required, this time 0.0015 times 1000 B. Okay, and then you compare that with S-max again, and you compare that with S4, which is and then remember na meron tayong 4 possible modes of failure for retaining walls. So meron tayong overturning, which is our next topic here. Tapos, meron tayong number 2, sliding. Kasali rin yan dito. Ayan, check for sliding. And then, number 3 is soil pressure. So, yung soil pressure, ito yun, F minimum and F max. Ito, i-compare mo lang yung F-min tsaka F-max sa Q allowable. And then, number 4 is structural failure. Etong number 4, yan yung ginawa natin dito sa check for shear tsaka yung check for reinforcement. Yan na yun. So, ngayon, punta na tayo sa overturning. So, for gravity type wall, ang resisting moment lang ay due to the weight of the wall itself, which is divided into W1, W2, W3. So, W1 is B times C times unit weight of concrete. Again, this is per meter strip, Kasi ang unit weight is kilonewton per cubic meter, tapos BC, square meter lang yan. So meron tayong maiiwan na kilonewton per meter. Ngayon, yan yung meter strip. And then, ang lever arm niya is X1, which is B all over 2. Now, let's go to W2. So that is T times H minus C times unit weight of concrete. And then, ang lever arm niya from the toe is itong part na away from the soil, ano? Ayan. That is B minus T all over 2. And finally, W3. So, itong triangle yung W3. And that is equal to the quantity B minus T times the height of the triangle na H minus C divided by 2 times unit weight of concrete. And then, the lever arm from the toe is 2/3 of B minus T. Okay, so yan yung mga weights tsaka lever arms. And then, para sa overturning forces naman, which is yung magtutumba ng wall, we only have P1 and P2. So ito, K sub A times unit weight of soil times H squared divided by 2. And then, yung P2 naman, KA times surcharge times H. Ngayon, dito, kinonsider na natin yung full height nung triangle. Itinapat na natin siya sa full height nung retaining wall. Capital H na yung ginamit natin. Okay? So, ayan. Ang lever arm ng triangle is H all over 3. Ang lever arm naman nung rectangle is H all over 2. So, mapapansin nyo dito sa P2, minultiply natin kagad yung surcharge ng K sub A. Okay? So, ang writing moment is W1x1 plus W2x2 plus W3x3, and then ang overturning moment is P1y1 plus P2y2. And then ang reaction, which is equal to summation weight. Okay? So, R is summation of the weights. And then, ang kinukuha natin dito ay yung lever arm nung reaction. So, ang kukunin natin ngayon dito ay yung X. So, now let's check the factor of safety for overturning moment. For overturning. So, your Fs is equal to writing moment divided by overturning moment. This should be greater than 2. Otherwise, kapag less than 2, then magpalit ka na ng mga dimensions. Okay, so in our sample, our factor of safety is 3.04, kaya okay siya. Next is, kailangan natin yung para sa foundation or sa footing, sa bearing, kailangan natin dito yung X. Okay? So, ayan. X is equal to RM minus OM divided by R. Ito siya. And then, yung eccentricity is equal to B all over 2 minus X. And then, from here, masosolve na natin yung minimum soil pressure tsaka maximum soil pressure. Ito yung mga footing pressures. Yan siya. So, dapat yung dalawang footing pressures na yan should be less than Q allowable and should not be lesser than 0. Okay? And then next is check for sliding. Sa sliding naman, kailangan pa rin natin yung mga numbers na nakuha natin sa sliding kanina, which is yung reaction or yung total ng weights. So, the factor of safety for sliding is mu r all over P1 plus P2. Take note na itong mu r, yan yung frictional force. Okay? Tapos yung R, yan yung normal force or the force perpendicular to the direction of friction, no? Yan. So R is simply the total weight of the gravity wall. Then mu, yan yung coefficient of friction. Tapos yung pushing force is P1 plus P2. So that is the factor of safety. It should be greater than 1.75. Okay, so dito sa sliding, 1.76. So konting-konti na lang, magfe-fail na siya. Ngayon, kung mag-fail siya, mag-change ka ng dimension. Okay guys, so that's it. Thank you for listening. So this is the end of gravity type retaining wall.